Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Professor Mariam Foust, Rector Bar Ilan University, Professor Ephraim Karsh, Begin-Sadat Center for Strategic Studies, Ambassador Haim Regev, Deputy Director General for Middle East and Peace Process, Mr. Lior Ben-Dor, Director of Egypt Department, Yavit Azar, Egypt Department, His Excellency Ambassador Konstantinos Vikas, Ambassador of Greece, Professors Iri Naar, I hope I'm pronouncing right, I'm sorry for my pronunciation, of course, Professor Shimon Shamer and Professor Menahem Milson. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. At the beginning, allow me to express my appreciation to Begin-Sadat Center for Strategic Studies and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for co-hosting today's conference about the historic and unprecedented visit of President Anwar Sadat to Jerusalem and his address to the Knesset on the 19th of November 1977. It's indeed a very good opportunity for me to say these few words today under the auspices of an institution that bears the name of the founders of peace in the Middle East. Ladies and gentlemen, today's conference should not be viewed as a traditional commemoration of a separate historic event that occurred 4 decades ago, but rather it should be tackled from a more practical and analytical point of view in order to draw lessons that would help us light the path to peace in a region we all share and destined to live in side by side in security, stability, and prosperity. Having said that, I would like to make several important remarks that I believe it could enrich the discussions during the panel's today's conference. First and foremost, we need to look into the wisdom of a historic leader and a visionary who was willing to go against all odds and take courageous steps to bring peace and stability to his country and the region at large. We in Egypt, where civilization was born, learned that it takes a statesman rather than a traditional politician to make history. Animosity, violence, incitement, and war are short and easy answers to dispute, but they never brought stability. However, peace is a difficult path to sail through, but it always succeeded in bringing acceptance to the other, stability and security to civilians. The latter path necessitates a statesman, while the former needs a short-sighted politician breeding upon disputes. Second, we need to reread President Sadat's speech to the Knesset. This speech is a primary basis as a guideline for all this speech is a primary basis and a guideline for all peace advocates. I believe that this speech is obviously valid and resonates to the present. In this speech, President Sadat said, I quote, I have chosen to give the great impetus to all international efforts exerted to peace. I have chosen to present to you and in your own home the realities devoid of any schemes or whims, not to maneuver or to win a round, but for us to win together. The most dangerous of rounds and battles in modern history, the battle of permanent peace based on justice. The objective of revisiting this speech is to answer several simple questions. 1, did we achieve Sadat's dream of a comprehensive peace that puts an end to one of the longest disputes in modern history? If not, then how can we do so based on the parameters of peace set by Sadat? 2, do violence, terrorism, and incitement bring security to innocent civilians? 3, are settlements in the West Bank and East Jerusalem conducive for peace? Last but not least, we need to analyze the current regional context from a more strategic lens. The Middle East is witnessing tremendous challenges to its coherence and stability. In view of the spread of the terrorist non-state actors and attempts by regional interlocutors to exploit this fragile situation. However, with a very complex challenge comes a historic opportunity. As President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi referred to in his address before United Nations General Assembly last September, we now have a big opportunity to bring security to Israel and Palestinians' citizens in order to join efforts to face the challenge I just mentioned. In this framework, and as you all followed, Egypt exerted tremendous effort to achieve reconciliation between the Palestinian factions, which is an essential component of any peace effort between Israel and the Palestinians. However, these efforts need to be supported from the Israeli government, academia, and public in order to create constructive and encouraging environment of peace and tranquility. Ladies and gentlemen, let me put before you several clear messages that needs to be transmitted from the academia elite to the public in Israel. First, we have a genuine historic opportunity to make comprehensive peace a reality, and thus creating the opportunities of achieving security and cooperation among countries of the region. Second, the Arab Peace Initiative remains the main serious regional endeavor to achieve the two-state solution and constitute a genuine message of peace from the Arab world to the people of Israel. Third, refraining from policies that further complicates the prospects of peace is strongly needed from all sides. Fourth, Egypt will remain, as always, and despite all challenges, loyal to the principles of creating an environment of stability and security to all citizens of the region. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to conclude my words by referring to the smartly titled book of Professor Shimon Shemer, An Olive Leaf, recalling the Bible story of the dove Noah sent from the ark and returned with an olive leaf plucked off, as a signal of a new era of peace and tranquility. Nothing could be more true. Our peace is just like tree of peace that needs to be taken care of to grow wider and flourish. Finally, I wish you a fruitful discussions in the panels, and looking forward to concluding remarks that creates a constructive and encouraging environment on the path of just and comprehensive peace. And I would like to end my words by what Sadat said: I have come to you so that together we might build a durable peace based on justice to avoid the shedding of one single drop of blood from an Arab or an Israeli. Thank you very much.